C++. Functions can be classified into two categories, predefined and user-defined. So the predefined functions we are discussing now. In the previous video we discussed about the mathematical and character functions of C++. Mathematical functions and character function. Mathematical functions like ABS to find the absolute value, SQRT to find the square root, then power to find the power of a number, and also sine and also cos. Suppose you want to include mathematical functions in your program, you want to include a special header file called CMath. Then after that we started the character functions. For including character functions, we are including CC type header file. We started with is upper, is lower, is digit, then is alpha, then alpha num, then after that we discussed about some of the conversion function. Uppercase to lowercase and lowercase to uppercase function. Then some other function also you want to discuss. So in this video we are going to discuss some of the conversion functions and also input output manipulating function, and also we will just start the user defined functions in C++. Just introduction to user defined functions in C++. So we will start with conversion functions. Conversion functions. Conversion functions, actually conversion functions are used to convert from one case to another. Okay, from one case to another. So we know in C++ there are 5 fundamental data types were present. 5 fundamental data types: integer, character, double, float and void. So in this category, integer, double, float, these all are related to integer values, that means numbers or digits. But character represent alphabets. Both are entirely different. Entirely different data. So here conversion functions are used to convert a character from integer to character. Then again character to integer. That means alphabet to number and number to alphabet. Clear? For that purpose we are using conversion function. So for including conversion function we are using a special header file called cstdlib header file. Okay, what is that? cstdlib, that means standard library function for including conversion function. The first conversion function is I to A function. Okay, what is it? I to A, that means integer to alphabet. What is it? We are converting integer to alphabet. It may be a string category. Suppose now for representing integer we are using integer variables. Always we are using integer variable. If one or more numbers were present, then we can use integer. But for converting it into alphabet, then definitely you want to use one R. So the general syntax is I to A. Inside the parenthesis, first you want to specify the number that we are converting. Which number we are converting? That will be integer category. Int n, comma, char c. Okay, to which alphabet we are calculating. Then after that you want to specify the length. This is the general syntax of I to A function. It contains 3 arguments or 3 inputs. Number, which number we are converting. Then if we are converting number into alphabet, definitely it requires a character array. So the character array, and after that length of the string. Then we can write one example. Int n is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually this is an integer constant. That's why it is not represented in single quote or double quote. It is an integer constant. Then after that I am going to declare one more array for storing it in alphabet form. So char c is equal to c of 10. Okay, I declared 2 variables, one integer and second one character value. After that, okay, after that I am going to write the function I to 2a, then int n. So here I can write a variable that contains a number. Which variable contains a number? N. Then c. Then the size required for character variable. What is the size? 10, comma 10. After that we can print cout c. Then what will be the result? We will get 2, 3, 4, 5. But it will be not be an integer constant. It will be treated as a string constant because we converted from integer to alphabet. Clear? So this is conversion function. How we are converting a number and from integer to alphabet. Okay. So this is the syntax for I to A function. First one, int n, the number you want to represent. After that, if you are converting a number into alphabet, then definitely it requires array. That array is C, then length also you want to mention. So here, this is an example for I to A function. Here I am declaring a variable called n, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, character variable C, then using I to A function I am converting n into array, comma 10. Maximum size will be 10. So after that I can input cout c, then I will get a string constant. It will not be a number, it will be treated as a string constant because we converted that integer number to string constant. So this is the first conversion function, I to A, integer to alphabet. Then second function is just opposite. We are converting alphabet to integer. Okay, so what will be the function name? A to I function. Alphabet to integer. You know, we can't convert the number A into integer because it is treated as capital letter A. It will not be considered into integer category. So there will be some kinds of restriction. According to that restriction, it is work. So the general syntax is int. If you are converting alphabet into integer, return type will be integer. So int A to I, then we are converting alphabet. So it will be represented in character array format. Char. Okay. So this is the general syntax. So we can write one example. Int n to store the converted integer. Then after that, char c. Char c is equal to content 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be inside the double quotes because it is not a number. It is a character constant, a string constant. Then after that, I am going to apply this. N is equal to A to I. Inside the bracket, you want to specify the character array name. What is the character array name? C. After that, we can input cout n. Then what will be the result? The string constant will be converted into integer category because these all are digits. So we can easily convert it into integer category. So A to I function is used for converting alphabet to integer. Then if we are executing A to I function, there will be some kinds of difficult situation. That means there will be chance for getting zeros. So here I am going to give some of the examples. According to the example, we can identify. So here I am going to convert a string into integer. A to I computer. If we convert computer into integer, what will be the result? Computer, we can't convert it into number because it is a string. So it will return 0. Then next one, A to I 12.5. 12.5. So here the first two characters are number. Third one, dot. So we already studied the definition of integer constant. Integer constant only contains integer without fractional part. So it will only extract the integer numbers, or the output will be 12. Then third one, the number of inputs and data type of inputs, after the execution of that user defined function, which kind of output we are getting, the entire information user want to define. That kinds of functions are known as user defined function. Suppose we are including a user defined function in your programming, there are two possibilities. We can add it before the main function and we can add after the main function. Okay, you know, immediately after the main function we are opening brackets. Then after return 0 we are closing the bracket. So suppose you want to define a user defined function, you want to write the definition before the opening bracket or otherwise after the closing bracket. Then user defined means, I already mentioned, everything you want to represent. That means function name. Function name should be a valid identifier. After that, how many variables we are using in that function. Then what will be the data type of that function variables. Then after executing the function we will get one result. What will be the data type of that function. Everything the user want to specify. That kinds of functions are known as user defined functions in C++. Okay, what is it? User defined functions in C++ programming. Okay, hope you understood user defined function. Then it consists of definition, example, programs and all that we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so again we will revise the topics that we studied from this video. We just started with conversion function. There are two types of conversion functions are present, I to A and A to I. I to A means integer to alphabet. Then A to I means alphabet to integer. Then after that we discussed about input output manipulating function.